You are listening to Transreal News, the finest news, forecasts, and advisories for psychonauts traveling the astral plane and beyond. I'm your host, Toby Dampt. And now, the news in brief. Chaos in Australia this morning. The ancient being detected under Ularu emerged from beneath the stones that make the town famous. This eldritch horror immediately began devouring local flora and fauna to prepare itself for whatever earth-shattering task it had in mind. However, upon detecting the vibrations of retrograde technology's encampment near the town, it went on the attack. The battle between this ancient giant and the superhuman Japanese teenagers armed with laser swords was the site of incredible carnage. The alien being, upon having its limbs severed, split into new beings that grew to the same size, forcing the retrograde supergirls to find new tactics. The battle is ongoing. Residents of Central Australia can expect tremors, thunderstorms, battling giants, and occasional rains of blood in the coming days.
Oh, come on, Toby.
Sorry, Walter. I just stole one of your lines, didn't I?
Well, I'll just have to improvise a bit now.
We also have reports from XIbalba today, where protesters against the housing of upper planar refugees in office space has turned increasingly violent. Our sources claim that 20-meter-tall archons are now sweeping the streets with silver truncheons and deploying holy water and fire hoses to subdue protesters, leading to dozens of casualties and an overload at all medical facilities in the plane's major urban centers. At least 3 more archons are also reported dead in XIbalba, although the authorities have made no statement at this time. Also in the news of high casualties, the crime syndicate dubbed the Head Mafia continues to take heavy losses from freelance police forces, hired by the Upper Plains social elite. The freelance police have refused to respond to allegations that they have been taking the heads of head thieves for interrogation or as trophies. In lighter news, find out what it's like to be the parent of a powerful reality-bending psychic, as Psionics Today interviews parents of indigo children, tonight at 13 o'clock. And now, your time-space forecast with Walter Haversquirrel.
Toby.
Sorry, Walter.
Worse than that time you got my name wrong on the air.
You have a twin brother.
So?
He works here, and we're live.
Oh, of course. Aside from raining blood and alien Ichor, thunderstorms, and tremors, Australians should be on the lookout for cultists, indigo children behaving strangely, and possible invasions in the coming weeks. If I know my anime, I might also expect the executives at Retrograde Dynamics to unleash world-altering and dangerous technology in the near future. But then, that should be a given for any week. Keep an eye on those Quile meters. Things could get very weird. Back to you, Toby.
And now, a commercial message from our partners.
Are you sick of leading an ordinary life? Are you reasonably young, fit, and attractive? Have you ever wished for superpowers? Retrograde Dynamics is looking for volunteers for our superhuman augmentation projects. Stick to that day job if you want, or find work reimagining classic media in one of our many entertainment departments by day, and by night magically transform into a laser sword-wielding vigilante hero, like in the comics and anime back when they both went harder. Come be a badass with Retrograde Dynamics. Apparently, we take volunteers now.
We have just received a statement from the Union of Chaos Wizards.
No, we weren't responsible for this one either. When we say chaos, we mean it in a quantum sense. The ability for an observing agent to collapse waveforms, thereby changing the flow of reality in a non-Newtonian way. You see? Oh, why do I bother? Okay, listen up, you primitive screwheads. When we say chaos, we mean that wouldn't happen if everything were predetermined. Not chaos as in everything has gone a bit crazy. Get it? What's going on in Ularu is only chaotic as much as a lot of people's decisions have had very unexpected consequences. And ours weren't involved. Get a grip.
And now Kile Maxwell with the latest advisories for psychonautic travelers.
Hello, my loves. It is I, Kile Maxwell, once again here to play the role of your spirit guide and make sure you get to where you want to be safely. Right now, I might put off that Outback tour if I were you, my loves. And As we're talking about health and safety, please stop eating and drinking the slime even when the hive offers it to you in a drink. It does horrible things to people. Finally, why don't you come on up to Axia and check out the Quantum Flux Diving Championships? See the best Quantum Flux divers in action for yourself, and what is left of them at the end. The current champion, Rolf Henderson, grew a third head after the last dive, and that's not all he's grown multiples of. But I should stop kissing and telling. Thank you, Toby.
You have been listening to the Transreal News, part of the Transreality News Network, your finest source for advice for psychonauts, astral projectors, ethereal jaunters, and people on serious LSD trips. From all of us to all of you, safe journeys.
Toby, any news on Yaren yet?
I heard the exorcism is going well. I've also been told we can expect to run a lot more Tula Fala ads in the near future.
The life of a shill. I'm glad to hear he's doing okay. Hold on, what's that flashing light?
Our mics are live again. Why does this keep happening?
I'll get it.
The Transreal News was created, written, performed, and directed by Brian C. Rideout, and produced by Stormhead Productions. It is copyright 2024 by Brian C. Rideout, and is released under a Creative Commons by attribution, non-commercial license. For show notes and more information, visit us at trans-real.stormheadproductions.ca. Thank you so much for listening.